Can you imagine how a simple farm in rural USA managed to become a legend? The Riding River Ranch is not just a cattle ranch, it's an empire that conquered the country. But what's behind this phenomenon? How did a simple piece of land turn into a symbol of success and inspiration? Let's uncover this mystery now. Get ready for a journey full of curiosities and stories that will change the way you see the world of business and farms. Asterisk, asterisk. Hey everyone, I'm Juninho Mello, and you're on the Celebrities Farm channel. If you love fascinating stories and curiosities about the rural world, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, so you don't miss any videos, and leave your like. Every like and subscription helps bring these incredible stories to more people. Let's go together on this journey of discoveries. The Riding River Ranch, a farm that started with few resources and a lot of determination, is now one of the largest and most respected rural empires in the United States. But how did a simple property turn into a giant in the industry? The story behind this success is not just about cattle or vast lands, but about a unique business mentality and an uncommon vision. What do you think made Riding River Ranch stand out in such a competitive market? Was it the passion for rural work, asterisk, asterisk, or the ability to adapt and innovate? Let's explore these questions and understand what's really behind this phenomenon. Throughout this video, we'll learn more about the secrets of those who built this empire, and perhaps find valuable lessons for your own path. After all, the biggest empires have simple roots, and every detail matters. To understand how the Riding River Ranch achieved such success, we need to go back in time and analyze its foundation. Created over 40 years ago by a visionary who wasn't afraid to take risks, the farm started with just a few hectares and a handful of animals. The owner, a man with a vision beyond the obvious, knew that to stand out in such a competitive market, something more than just raising cattle was needed. He needed innovation, and that's exactly what he brought to the rural market. Asterisk, the first major breakthrough was the introduction of cutting-edge technologies to optimize production. The use of advanced irrigation systems, top-tier cattle genetics, and process automation made the farm highly efficient. But it's not just about what you use, it's also about how you use it. The owner didn't just implement new technologies. He also created a company culture focused on continuous team training. He knew that well-trained people were as essential as technology. And this mindset that the greatest asset is the team was one of the pillars of the farm's growth. Asterisk, but how does all this translate into an empire? The key lies in its diversified business model. Riding River Ranch is not just a traditional farm. It expanded its operations into organic food production, rural tourism, and even cattle derivative product development. Diversifying was a smart strategy. In addition to increasing profitability, it helped create a strong and nationally recognized brand. For example, the ranch began offering exclusive rural tourism experiences, attracting visitors from all over the world interested in experiencing life on the farm. This not only generated a new revenue stream, but also strengthened the farm's image as an industry reference. Asterisk, and how does this apply to your own business or professional life? The lesson is clear: constant innovation and adapting to market needs are key to success. Also, building a high-performance team and diversifying revenue streams can be the key to turning a small project into a big empire. No matter how small or large your business is, if you apply these principles, you will see significant evolution. Asterisk. The secret of Riding River Ranch is more than a magic formula. It consists of simple, clear factors: vision, the courage to innovate, and a focus on the team. Now, imagine what could happen if you started applying some of these strategies in your everyday life. It could be the turning point you were waiting for in your own success. What do you think about that? Have you ever thought about how innovation can change the course of your life or career? Now that we understand the fundamentals of Riding River Ranch's success, it's time to dive even deeper into the philosophy that drove this rural empire. The real magic behind the ranch isn't just its ability to generate profit or expand rapidly, but how it managed to create a lasting legacy that transcends generations. The crucial question is, how does a farm stay relevant and innovative for over 40 years, maintaining leadership in such a dynamic market? Asterisk. The secret, in part, lies in continuous adaptation to change. When the U.S. economy went through crises, Riding River Ranch didn't just survive, it thrived. The key here was the ability to understand the market's life cycle and anticipate the next moves. Instead of reacting to changes, the ranch embraced them as opportunities. During recessions, the farm invested in new sectors like organic product, cultivation, and premium meat production. By understanding trends and consumer needs, the ranch was able to not only maintain its operations, but also expand successfully. Asterisk. Another crucial aspect was the understanding that the success story of a company is not just in leadership, but also in the role that organizational culture plays. Riding River Ranch's philosophy has always been about a family business, with a strong emphasis on teamwork and involving employees in strategic decisions. From the beginning, the vision was clear. The farm wouldn't be a place to command from the top down, but rather a place where everyone, from managers to field workers, contributed to building the empire. This generated a collaborative and inclusive environment, which in turn boosted productivity and quality of work. Asterisk. In terms of leadership, Riding River Ranch has always valued decentralizing decisions. This meant that field managers had the freedom to make quick and effective decisions without relying on bureaucratic processes that would slow progress. This created flexibility and responsiveness which were key to the ranch's accelerated growth. The leadership model is a clear example of how a more horizontal and decentralized approach can be effective, especially in an industry where agility and adaptation are vital. Asterisk. And what does all this have to do with your own business or life? The lesson we can take here is that in times of uncertainty, the ability to anticipate trends, adapt quickly, and adopt an inclusive and decentralized leadership style can be the difference between success and failure. It's not enough to react. You need to act before others see the change. Visionary and strategic leadership, coupled with a solid culture and a motivated team, are essential ingredients for building a long-term empire. Asterisk. Furthermore, there's something powerful about the idea that great empires are not built solely with a focus on profit, but on building a legacy. Riding River Ranch knew that its success would not be measured just by the money it generated, but by the impact it had on the rural industry, surrounding communities and future generations. This focus on legacy, rather than an incessant search for immediate results, made the farm a reference and a symbol of lasting success. Asterisk, another important point was its ability to constantly reinvent itself. In the beginning, the ranch was primarily focused on cattle ranching and traditional practices, but over time, it began to explore new business avenues within the rural sector. The key to this reinvention was listening to consumers' understanding their needs and desires and adapting them to the farm's reality. For instance, the growing demand for organic food was a major opportunity that Riding River Ranch seized, becoming a pioneer in producing these products. Finally, it's impossible not to mention the importance of communication and marketing. In the ranch's growth, the smart use of social media and digital platforms was one of the greatest differentiators in the success of its business model. In addition to promoting its product offerings, the ranch invested in a strong brand that captivated the audience and generated strong consumer loyalty. They didn't just sell a product. They sold a unique life experience. This created a loyal community, which helped expand the reputation of Riding River Ranch even further. Asterisk, all of this shows that, in a dynamic market, long-term success depends on a well-crafted strategy that involves innovation, adaptation, strategic leadership, and a focus on legacy. For those looking to build something lasting, the lessons from Riding River Ranch are clear. Always stay one step ahead. Listen to your audience, adapt, and never stop investing in your organizational culture. Now that we've explored the secrets behind the success of Riding River Ranch, it's time to reflect on the practical and emotional impact of this story on our own lives. What can we really learn from this farm that became an empire? Are we applying these same principles to our own businesses or projects? Let's answer these questions and show how these lessons can transform the way you think about success. Asterisk, first, the long-term strategic vision is what made Riding River Ranch stand out. They weren't just concerned with immediate profit, but with building something lasting that would withstand time and adversity. And it's exactly this mindset that many businesses and people overlook when they focus only on quick results. The secret lies in planning for the future and knowing how to identify growth opportunities even in difficult times. What are you doing to plan for your future? Are you investing in building something that will last, or are you focused on immediate success? Asterisk, another important point is adapting to changes. The market is constantly evolving, and what worked yesterday might not work today. Riding River Ranch understood this better than anyone, always updating and innovating to stay relevant. And the issue here isn't just adapting, but anticipating the future. Great opportunities often arise when you can see beyond current trends and understand what consumers will truly need in the future. Are you looking at the future of your field? Are you anticipating changes or only reacting to them when they happen? Asterisk, and of course, the importance of the team cannot be overstated. The success of any project is directly linked to the quality of the team involved. The owner of Riding River Ranch knew that he couldn't do everything alone, so he always invested in the development of his team. This resulted in a collaborative environment where everyone was committed to the farm's success. What are you doing to value and develop your team? Are you promoting a culture of collaboration and growth? Or are you just expecting results without investing in people? Finally, the focus on legacy was perhaps Riding River Ranch's greatest differentiator. They weren't just thinking about profit, but about how their brand and practices could influence future generations. The lesson here is clear. True success goes beyond what you personally achieve. It's about the impact you leave on the world and society. What do you want to leave as a legacy? Are you building something that will be remembered, or are you just seeking temporary gains? This business philosophy is something that can be applied to any area of life, whether at work, in relationships, or in personal projects. The idea of building something lasting and meaningful is the key to true success. And now it's time for you to reflect. How can you apply these lessons in your own journey? If you've understood the message from Riding River Ranch and are ready to implement these lessons in your life, congratulations. You've already taken the first step toward becoming a successful person. Now, all that's left is to act strategically, adaptably, and with a focus on the future. If you made it this far, congratulations. You're on the right journey to building something great. The Riding River Ranch isn't just a story about a successful farm, but about how to apply principles of vision, adaptation, leadership, and legacy in any area of life. The lessons we've learned today can transform the way you see business and opportunities. Don't forget that true success isn't just about immediate results, but about the lasting impact you leave along the way. Now, if you want to continue diving into more inspiring stories and valuable tips, be sure to check out the other videos that are showing up on the final screen. They're packed with insights that can change your life. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a comment below. What lesson will you apply in your life after learning the story of Riding River Ranch? I want to know your thoughts. Once again, congratulations for staying all the way to the end. You are a successful person, and I'm sure you'll achieve your goals with the right mindset. See you in the next video.